nice variety in your tactics to turn to. How did you plan defensively versus those defensive parts?
Yeah, we knew that if you hit a certain line and length on this wicket, it's very difficult to score. It showed in our innings as well. But for me, it was the biggest response from the bowlers. Whatever I asked them to do, they did it. And we always knew that if we take the game deep and leave it above 10s in the back end, we always had a really good chance of winning the game. And you know, the way we started Lungi with a new ball, we know that's what he does best, to get that wicket of Luandre, who was a very dangerous player. And then it just happened from both sides, you know, organically. I thought there was a nice energy and buzz on the field, which created those opportunities. Sorry. Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
And just when you guys were in the field, I don't know how much you saw about what was going on the sidelines, but there was a fire in the parking lot.
A fire in the parking lot, wow. I don't know, I just saw a lot of smoke that's still happening, so I'm assuming that's probably from that. Okay. Well, it was very hot out there, as you can see. But yeah, a wonderful victory for us.
Keshav, while we're always in the talk about pitch, you say this is the most challenging or interesting pitch of the competition?
No, look, a lot of people felt like it was going to be a good wicket. I felt like it was going to be very slow throughout the game and obviously slow down, and it kind of showed that. It's probably a traditional power wicket. I suppose with the amount of heat here, it's really hard. It's really difficult to obviously get it as hard as possible because you've got to keep watering it and things like that. So, yeah, I think it was a typical power wicket. I don't think the batting display we put on sort of showed how good or bad the wicket was. I felt like it was a wicket where you had to try and get 150 and not try and get 200 and then shoot yourself in the foot in the middle period, which is something that we need to address as a unit when we get on these type of wickets. But other than that, I thought, yeah, I think if you got in as a batter, we saw that in Shafane at the back end and David, you know, in their innings, you know, there was a bit of value for runs over there. Yeah.
Your mindset and your experience to come back like you did. Is that the nature of T20 cricket?
Yeah, very much so. I think T20 cricket, it's sometimes a lottery. It can be your day, it can be his day. Like, I mean, I've got Johnny out on, sometimes before, and you know, at his day, he played an unbelievable innings. Unfortunately, it happened against me that day, but you know, that's part and parcel of T20 cricket. You have good days, you have bad days. It's just how you respond and come back from that.
The last few games. Can you just tell us what he has done and brought to the team in these incredible innings to get you to a better score, especially again today?
Yeah, I think if you've seen the valuable performances he's put in the last 4 or 5 games, if I'm not mistaken, those impacts at the bottom of the order just gives us the foundation. The foundation to have a strong score to bowl to. He's got probably the fastest hands in the game in terms of the way he hits the ball, but he's so clear in his mindset, very calm as well. That's something that I noticed. I was fortunate enough to bat with him a couple of occasions, but yeah, I think he's been brilliant for us. Wonderful guy, and I think everyone just enjoys it because he's such a pleasant guy to have in our change room. Obviously, the performance speaks for itself, but I think as a human being, he's phenomenal for us.
Congratulations on your bowling today. Brilliant. Just a question around Adil. He's struggled in the season to really put a score together. He's scored 86 now in 6 innings, and do you feel he's just 1 innings away from getting something going?
Yeah, very much so. We know the caliber of play he is. I mean, he came into the tournament with some good form from India, and prior to that, sometimes that happens on your journey. Maybe he's saving it for the important stage of this competition for us. You know, he's a world-class performer. It's only a matter of time before something clicks. I think he is searching for a bit of rhythm, if I'm honest, but I think he'll find it. He's been hitting the ball really well in the nets, and like you said, it's only a matter of time before one of those performances sort of propels him in that right direction.
I was going to ask, I mean, it was a little bit of a difficult start, and I guess you a new captain and a new franchise. What was that like, and is there a bit of pressure, like, that you be under this point?
No, not at all. I think I'm fortunate enough to have really good people around me. The other sir has been phenomenal for me. He's a brilliant guide and mentor for me. And then I've got people in Polly and Dale who I'm playing with. So, it's nice to have those people to lean across. But no, I think the professionalism of the franchise speaks for itself. Obviously it's performance driven, but they're very structured and process driven, which is a big part of how I play my cricket. And I think we align nicely. Obviously at the end of the day, we do want to win the trophy, but there's a process and journey in getting there, and that's that's something that they're really quite hard on in terms of the process and where they get. So, hopefully we can get the returns as a unit. We've been doing some really good stuff, working really hard. Obviously a very slow start to the competition. A few moments that didn't go our way in terms of we lost those big moments and didn't get the results. So, like I said, hopefully finding that rhythm to our game now.